Episode 4.
Is this including the one shot?
No, the one shots were all a while ago. Episode 1 was, oh lord, it was like before, no, it was a little after the August trip, I think. And then I was going through that breakup, and I was like, I don't want to try and DM while I'm going through a breakup. So we went to Coolin's campaign, and then we came back to like season 2 or episode 2 of mine, and then people, also myself, were unavailable. And then last week was episode 3. This week is episode 4. Long story short.
From session 1?
Uh, it was essentially just the. Do you remember the whole? um, went into the what's it called? Into the under Chief Alax statue, and we had there's the big like mural etched in stone of everything, and then like that, all that. That was session 1. But anywho,
Prison.
Logan, if you would be so polite as to boot up your music, that'd be amazing. Since I don't care about copyright on my streams, I know Caleb does, but I don't. I don't give a rat sass, dude. Why would I give him sass when he's cooking my food? I can't take credit for that joke. That was a Curtis Connor joke.
Let him sizzle.
Join. Okay. Who would like to give us the rundown of last episode, last session?
Caleb killed a guy.
Caleb did indeed kill a guy.
Yeah. Well, we went to the theater. The theater. Because one of the rooms we were looking for, the one that supposedly caused the freedom of North, got stolen from the museum, or the holy temple
Mm-hmm.
that was holding it. So it got stolen in the morning. So we tracked it down and chased it to the theater. And then while we were there, we were searching for it, and apparently found out it's on one of these. Was he the lead actor, or was he the aristocrat that was holding it?
He's the aristocrat that owns the theater house.
Oh, the
And he was holding the rune. He had the rune.
right. So we found that. We tried to follow him. But he had a lot of guards, and had obviously the staff on his side. So he was able to take the carriage away. We lost track of him, but we were able to kidnap one of his guards and interrogate him. We took him to the church. He's able to relay a message while we were torturing him to his people to come get him. The killer killing him, and as I search his body, we find a note that talks about his wife and family, how their situation with them being captive. So, I miraculously have the Revivify spell cast on him. He's so
That was
grateful.
pretty miraculous.
Yeah. He so grateful. We go and rescue his wife because they think he's dead, and for good reason. We did kill him. We brought him back, so they think he's dead. And they're gonna go kill his wife and kid, because that's just what they do. So we go rescue them. Once we get there to rescue them, is it Arlong you said?
Relug.
Relug is there, shows up, and we barely escape this beefcake of a man. And yeah, we escape into the tunnels with him and his family.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Once you guys had left to the tunnels, unless there are any oppositions from the party, you guys head back to the Lewethian church, the abandoned Lewethian church that you originally interrogated and killed Relug. Um, but as we get there, you guys will enter through the same secret tunnel that you guys originally did. What would you like to do?
I would like to take a long rest if we could.
Same.
Okay.
Take a little nap.
Very much same.
13 HP.
Hey, so would you like a long rest as well?
Yeah, so okay, we took everybody back to the tavern, right? Him and his family.
Sure.
You guys are in the abandoned Lewethian church, yeah. Where you originally interrogated and killed Relug.
All turned nice and ready and turned like, I made your bed. Yeah, let's go back there, but let's make sure we take shifts and we, walk
Okay.
around the building to make sure.
Okay, so if you guys want to take shifts, then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Relug will fill whatever shift you guys don't take. So who wants to go first? Yeah.
Who's that again?
Relug's the dude that you revivified.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Um
I will take the first watch.
okay, you'll take the first watch. Who's taking the second? So and then okay, perfect. Then Relug will take the fourth. And keep in mind Relug's wife and child are also here. So and also Relug due to his, I suppose for lack of a better word, indoctrination into this army, he is trained to take long watches like this. So he has a little special feature that he can take a short rest and it will give the effects of a long rest. So if you guys need for him to give any information or knowledge or anything, he just needs a little bit of sleep. So first watch, Caleb, roll me a luck check. Dice. A 1. That's great. Okay, what would you? Yeah.
No one's getting sleep.
What would you like to do, Caleb, during your rest?
So, during my shift,
Yeah, during your shift. What would you like to do?
well, I am up on the catwalk looking
Okay.
at the windows.
Well, I will say there's not necessarily a catwalk in this church. There are some kind of theater boxes that have, but they're very small and you take a ladder to get up there. But the catwalk was in the theater house.
Oh, yeah. So, I'll just be looking out the windows
Okay.
and just walking around the inside of the church
Okay.
for each of the rooms and stuff.
Okay. As you start looking out the window, you will realize what you think is the god herself, or the goddess herself, Leweth, walking down the street outside.
Beautiful.
What would you like to do?
Probably gonna wake up Relug. Be like, come take a look.
Okay. Relug wakes up and he comes up there and he'll look out the window. He won't see anything, but you swear by it that you see this goddess walking out on the streets. But Relug doesn't see anything.
I saw her. I saw her, alright? Listen, you have to believe.
He'll just kind of look at you, and remembering the fact that you killed him originally, he will no longer feel safe, and he'll say, maybe you should go get some rest. And then he'll walk back down and he'll say, let me, as he's climbing down the stairs or down the ladder, he'll say, Let me know if you want me to take your shift. It's no problem. And then he'll go back and he'll lay next to his wife.
I will continue to look out the windows, earnestly seeking for
Um, Leeweth is still out there. She's just kind of pacing up and down the cobblestone street. At this point, she turns around and starts walking back towards the church, stops, and looks straight up at you, and there is a blinding white light radiating from her eyes.
I will then run to. I'm assuming she's out the front door.
So the there's the window, the stained glass window that you're looking at right here towards the end above the altar. The front door is out this way, so you'd have to run out the door and then around, yeah. Yeah.
What would my character do?
What would your character do?
My character would probably just like, is it hurting me to look into her eyes?
No, it's just like you know when
Staring into Herobrine's eyes.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say when like you wake up in the middle of the night and you turn the light on and you're just like ugh. That's what it's like because it's the dead of night and her eyes are very 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 white.
Are we talking like Herobrine white or?
You can't see like the pupils or anything just because the light radiating off of them is too great to actually see her eyes. It's essentially like imagine if my face right here there was just kind of a light just like kind of laser vision but not really. Like there was just like I had two headlights.
Then I think my character would like continue to look at her, like after like shielding his vision and just like peeking back out the window to try and get a good look
Mhm.
at what's going on. But if it gets to a point where I can't like see her, my character would go down, and then I'd probably alert Relug that I'm going outside,
Mhm.
and just to like keep watch while I'm gone, and then I'm gonna go outside and walk around back.
Okay. So I'll say that it does get bad enough that that you wake Relug up. Relug will go up to the top of the window and he'll start looking out. You run around the side and Leeweth is not on the street anymore. You don't know where she went. Roll me a perception check.
Perception. What if my passive perception is just 17?
Uh, no.
Okay, what about a natural 20 perception check?
You look back up into the window and you see Leeweth standing right behind Relug, looming over his shoulder.
I'm gonna scream. I'm just gonna point and scream up at the window. Turn around! Turn around!
Relug will turn around, and it's obvious that he still doesn't see it. He still doesn't see Leeweth at all.
Who's Leolith the goddess?
Goddess of light, life, and love.
Then I'm gonna run back inside and then like tell Relug what I just saw.
Okay, so you run back inside. You burst through the front door. Leeweth is no longer up by Relug, and you run up to Relug and you tell him exactly what you saw, and Relug will essentially say that you do need to rest. And he'll say that if he sees Leeweth, he'll let you know, but he's essentially he'll take your shift from here on if you want to go take a rest.
Yes, please. I'd rather go back to sleep.
Okay. You head down to the the sleeping area, like down kind of by the pews. And do you give one more glance up by Relug where that all was happening or no?
Yeah. I think like as I'm getting ready for bed, I'm just gonna take like a look around and then a look up. Because right now I'm pretty paranoid.
Yeah.
I would say my character is really paranoid.
So
Look around before he lays down.
so you look up at Relug again, and out the window once more is Leeweth just floating there.
As I lay down, I'm just gonna keep my eyes on her the whole time until I fall asleep.
Okay, give me a Not charisma. I guess a Constitution saving throw, to see if you fall asleep.
14.
Okay, so you're still awake. This goddess is kind of messing with your head right now. Um,
Maybe because he killed somebody in her church.
That could do it.
uh,
An alternate one.
so we'll say that you're still awake. And it's your shift is now over. I'll let you do one more check at the start of Logan's shift. So go ahead and make your one more con save to see if you go to sleep.
Dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, you fall asleep. So you will still get the benefits of a nat 20 or of a long rest. Had that gone on any longer, it might have had to just been a short rest. Logan, it is now your rest. Do you want to go? Do you want to go relieve Relug, or do you want to keep Relug at watch?
No, I'll take watch.
Okay, so Relug will go back and lay down with his wife. Roll me a luck check.
Luck. Is that D100 or D20?
That's just a d20, a flat d20.
12.
Okay. Not much happens this night. The most that happens is you just see some rats scurrying around and everything like that. But it's overall a very very chill night for you. What would you like to do during your rest?
I would like to experiment with my gloves.
Absolutely. What would you like to experiment with?
Did I ever actually get into them?
You are indeed attuned to them. I believe I sent you what they do since you are attuned to them.
Right, you did. That was a while ago.
It was a while ago. I can resend it if you need. Oh wait, no, it's yeah, it's like the second most recent I sent.
This is pretty cool.
Age.
I guess I would just kind of like to attune to the ancestors and see if I can't get a sense of what they feel I should do, or get a sense for what I think they should make me, or they would be proud of me doing.
Like
Or anything from the spiritual plane that I can feel granting me direction or guidance.
roll me. I'll say roll me either a history or an arcana, whether or not you want to be attuned to the history of your orcish ancestry, or if you want to attune through the arcane nature of the gauntlets.
Right.
Not a problem.
Wait, so one was history, what was the other one?
Or arcana.
We're gonna go history.
Okay.
We're gonna go arcana. That's Wait a second! I forgot!
Real dice. um, you don't get any knowledge of your ancestors other than a slight feeling that someone in your orcish ancestral line somewhere is I'll say has some vague negative feelings towards you. You don't know if it's jealousy, anger, sadness. It's just some form of negative feelings. And you also don't know who it is.
Well, my ancestors have the tendency to be semi-racist.
What else would you like to do during your rest?
I think that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, so then you will go and you will wake Thornry up. Thornry, it is now your rest or your watch.
Give you a high five every time.
The double high five. Here, and then
Thornry.
I have to roll an acrobatics test, check for that to see if I make the second hand 5. I rolled a 2. I think I missed it.
you, yeah, you hit it,
Totally whiff.
and then you hit it, and then Gosgel just kind of forgets halfway through to like like he follows up, but then Thornry, you go to follow up, and you just smack Gosgel's ass instead.
Oh,
Um, Thornry, roll a luck check for me, would you please?
is it a d20 or
A d20, yeah.
a 9?
A 9. You get the same thing as Gosgol, where you're just seeing some rats, some insects, and everything like kind of running around the church. But at this time, the rats will kind of get a little irritated, and one will start to bite at your shoe a little bit. Um,
Off for me. He's like gnawing on my shoelace.
yeah, yeah.
Shoe lucky. Can't hurt creatures.
But what would you like to do for your watch?
Yeah. I want to go to like the main area where like I'm guessing there's like a statue of Lueth kind of behind the altar.
A small one, but yes.
A small one. Sure. I'm not gonna like kneel down. I'm gonna pray to Lueth. I don't know if I worship the god, but if I was to,
Mhm.
Lueth is probably one of the ones I would. But I'll like just pray and offer. Um, I would kind of say something along the lines of, um, I'll just roleplay it. I Liwe, I am sorry for my what is in these past few weeks. Um, After I've struck off on my own, away from my family, it has been a trial to understand my path in life. Um, I will continue to try to um, live by your precepts and um, value life rather than um, take it for granted. Um, these are my prayers, and I ask for thy blessing as I spread thy warmth around the world and in this country. Please guide me in my search for the meaning in my life. Um, Amen. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so if you
I'll stand up.
if these words are truly meant by your character, then go ahead and roll a religion check. If your character is trying to deceive this god, then roll a deception.
No, I think yeah, he's taking a look at his life. Like he's thinking about what like the reasons why he left his home, and what his purpose is in life. So I think that no, it's definitely honest.
Okay, then give a religion check to see how Liweth responds.
Okay. Let's see. That's not good. It's a 5.
Okay.
It's like cool, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, Liweth will. Let's see. What will Liweth do? Liweth smites you on the spot. No.
Smoting dumb.
You won't get much, but you will feel a general sense of warmth come from the altar before you.
Then I'll take that as kind of like a recognition. It's like okay,
Mm-hmm.
like this is part of the process of me figuring out my life and my direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and then I'll just continue my watch. And you said one of the rats was kind of gnawing at my foot.
Yeah.
Is there any like directions that like are the rats scared of something, or they don't want me to be in a certain area?
Give me
They're more agitated at me.
give me an animal handling check to see what they're thinking. I know it's not fully animal handling, but I feel like insight on a rat doesn't make sense.
Right. I'm rolling terrible today too, Logan. So don't worry. That's a natural one.
Oh no! All three of us have rolled a natural one, and we're only like 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
I also rolled a nat 20, so it evens out.
I'm not trying to do anything crazy either. I'm just like kind of looking around.
Yeah, yeah, which is why the critical fail isn't going to be like a critical. It's just gonna be you don't fully understand.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think they want cheese. I go try to find cheese.
okay, okay. Give me give me a cheese check. No,
Cheese check.
give me an yeah, it's like give me an investigation, I suppose, to like search your party's supplies for any cheese.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. Um, what's my? You said investigation.
Yes.
It's 17.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so due to all three of your characters having various rations in your packs, you find some cheese.
Cool. All right, I grab the little rations of cheese I can find. I go find the rats. You hungry creatures. Maybe this will sate your appetite. I'll just throw some cheese at them. That's how I
Um,
roll.
the rats will gladly gobble up the cheese, and you will see that the ones that were getting kind of like irritated and biting at your feet seem a lot more content, and some of them are even starting to fall asleep. It's clear to you in this moment that they were simply just hungry. They haven't eaten in a while. This church has been run down for a long time.
It worked out.
Um, and as a result, you will feel a greater sense of warmth resonating from the altar.
I'll just go closer to the altar and see if I feel warmer or anything.
Up to the altar?
Yeah, I'll go up to the altar.
Yeah, the best way that I can describe it as you get closer to the altar is not necessarily that it gets warmer. It's just like you know when you have like a fire over here and you can feel the heat over here, but the closer you get to it, you can like that's how it is.
Okay.
It's like the heat is it's obvious that this is where it's radiating from, but it's not like necessarily getting stronger.
Right. I'll put my hands on the altar and I'll just say like, I'm sorry for the grace we have shown in that church, but um, rescuing Relux family. Um, I believe we are on the right path. Um, I feel, and I'll open up more about my past, and I'll be like, I feel like I have disgraced myself, um, from my family, my wife, um, and I have, I do no rights in my life. I'm only a disappointment, but tonight I feel like I have earned thy respect, and that means a great deal. And I'll just kind of like sit there and just kind of feel the warmth.
Yeah, and as you say that, because Relug's kind of been in and out of sleep over this little bit, he will wake up and he'll hear your prayer. He will walk up to you and kind of kneel next to you, put a hand on your shoulder, and will join in the prayer and say, "This man restored my life in this very church this day." And he will essentially by doing that will give you the help action on another religion check.
Ooh, cool. All right, all right. Okay, not bad, not bad. Um, it's better. We'll say at 12.
12. The heat that you're feeling from the altar is beginning to you're starting to realize it's not coming from the altar, it's coming from the inside of the like the middle, the center of the altar.
Okay. Um, but like, do you feel that? Do you? I think there's something inside the altar.
Relug will I apologize. I don't feel it. If you're feeling some sort of sensation, then I'm sure it's I wanted to say Salune. I'm sure it's Liweth trying to speak to you or trying to convey something to you.
Um, I look down at the altar and I see if like the top can come off or like a button or something, and I ask Rila to help me search for just something that can maybe open up or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. Roll an investigation at advantage with Relug's help.
Oh, okay. Investigation. Investigation. So 15.
You will notice that this altar is actually not an altar; it is a coffin. That is doubled as an altar, and so there is a
Have to raise a vampire.
on the on the back half towards the Leewethian statue, there is a very old dusty lock that, if opened, will essentially be able to hinge this coffin open.
Okay. I look at Realize and be like, I do not know why, but I feel like we should open up this coffin. Saying that I do not want to disrespect anybody's resting place, but I feel a warmth coming inside, and I would like to see what it is. Do you have any lock opening capabilities?
Uh, he will say, I have never necessarily been trained for stealth or sleight of hand. I do have lock opening capabilities, but they're the type of capabilities that will leave the lock unlocked permanently. He's basically saying he will break the lock. You won't be able to close this again.
Can I take
Let's not risk it. It could be a vampire.
Being like 8 years old? Is there maybe like a key hidden around the statue or something like that? Can I take a quick look around?
Yes, with that, let's see. You're looking for a key specifically, so give it an investigation.
That is a 9.
There's not a key that you know where it's at.
Yeah, it's kind of just like I don't think there's a key around here, but just do a quick scan.
Yeah, you don't see a key off that investigation.
Well, how do I feel? Do I feel like Lee West is telling me to open up this coffin, or should I leave it alone?
Give me a religion check.
Let's see. That is also a 9.
Yeah, you're feeling like there's something that Leeweth wants you to see in the coffin.
Okay, alright. I felt that kind of generally before, so I'll be like, okay. But I think our methods of opening up a lock are very similar. So I'll pull out my warhammer,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just kind of like hit it against the log.
Yeah. So you hit it against the lock, and the lock snaps off because it's a very old lock, so it does not take much to shatter this lock. And the coffin is now unlocked. It doesn't quite open, obviously, but you can now open it.
Okay. Can you get on the other side and we'll open it up?
Yeah, Relug will hop on the other side, and with that, you two will lift this stone slab up and move it to the side. And then what you will see on the inside is a like a goldish white, like a white satin cloth that is golden laid, that is laid underneath a skeleton in Leewethian robes and Leewethian attire. There is some dried blood on this like satin cloth from when Relug had previously died. And in the clutches of this decayed corpse is a very ornate golden warhammer.
Interesting. Okay, so I'll stare at it for a second, and then I'll reach down, and my hands will hesitate right above it, just kind of waiting for like maybe a prompting to take it. Like I feel drawn towards it,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so I'll hesitate, and then feeling the warmth, I'll go ahead and grab it and pull it out of the coffin.
Uh,
Being careful, like to like slowly take the corpse's hands off of it and
yeah.
as possible.
As you do that, as soon as you lay your hand on this warhammer, that warm sensation that you've been feeling from the altar this whole time, it will shoot up your arm and throughout your whole body, feeling that this warhammer is a gift to you from Leeweth.
Guys, I got my magical item.
You did indeed.
Cool. I'll feel that warmth, and I'll just feel
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
With that, what else would you like to do for your turn, your watch?
I know. I think I'll just thank Relug for joining me for the prayer, and I'll ask him to help me seal back up the coffin. Um, and I'll just take the rest of my watch, and I'll just start. How long does it take to attune to a weapon? Is it like a day, or
It
kind of?
it depends on your rolls.
Okay.
But yeah, so you and Relug will close the coffin up, and then Relug will kind of give you a questioning look, basically asking if you had any other uses for him, and if you don't, he will go lay back down with his wife and go back to sleep.
Yeah. I'll just tell him to start thinking about the. We'd like his help to know how to find the. I forgot the aristocrat's name, but just asking him to think about how we can best find him and get the. The ruin back.
Yeah.
And have him think about what him and his family want to do from this point on. If they want to leave the city or just start
Yeah.
thinking about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so he'll kind of give you a tired nod, and he'll go and he'll lay back down. From there, so now you would like to attune, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a luck check as you try to attune to this.
Okay. That is 11.
Okay, so and cheese. That's what queso means. You will set this warhammer in your lap as you cross your legs and sit down, and you'll begin to close your eyes and just feel this warhammer between your hands. And as you do that, you will begin to feel that warmth that you felt from the warhammer begin to almost stretch out like tendrils from the warhammer, and you'll see that these tendrils are starting to reach for Darnasteth and for Gosgul and for Relug and for Relug's wife and child. They're starting to reach out for these four. And it gets maybe about a foot away from your Warhammer before they snap back into the Warhammer, yeah.
Okay, these tendrils came from the hammer to the people.
Yeah, from like different points on the hammer. So like some came from like the head of the Warhammer, some came from the handle. But with that, you won't be able to try attunement. Yeah, the attunement has failed, but you won't be able to try. Sorry, let me reword this better. The attunement has failed, but you can feel that you're starting to understand the weapon a little bit more. Therefore, it feels like the process for attunement has gotten a little bit easier. In the next time,
Item or anything like that, or
um, you're not quite sure.
no worries.
Once next time you try to attune, which won't be for another 4 hours at least, you feel like it will be easier. Therefore, the DC will be lower.
Okay, sounds good.
Um.
I think that's as far as all my stuff has.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that,
Who do I wake up next?
it's Relug's turn. So Relug, you'll wake Relug up, and Relug will just spend his turn doing exactly what you asked, which is trying to find how he can, how you guys can best retrieve this rune and get back to, basically get back to your mission, which is to summon the two gods and weaken them both. But anyways, after Relug's watch, everyone will wake up. Caleb, give me a con save.
3. Oh, no.
You wake up and Liweth is exactly where you left her. She is out that window staring you down.
You guys see that? Up in the window.
Relug's gonna roll his eyes, knowing exactly what you're talking about, thinking you're crazy.
I'm not crazy. I literally just got a full night's rest. I'm looking out the window and I see her right there.
You see. You went there right back at Oh wait, so are we all awake?
Yeah, everyone's awake now.
Okay. You see Liwen? I try to see her, I guess.
You do not see her.
Okay.
I
I
tried
don't
to
know.
see her as well.
You also do not see her.
I don't know. That stuff. You sound kind of crazy.
Listen, I'm not crazy. Right? I promise you, I can see her in the window. Her eyes are bright white, and they're staring me down. Alright?
Well, I don't see her, but I know this is her church. So if you see staring at you, if you really do see her, then maybe you could pray to her and ask for her forgiveness or to understand what she wants from you.
I'll keep that in mind. But now I think I'm just going to wait and see what it's all about and see how it affects
It's your
me.
mood.
It's about
Okay.
So you're gonna wait it out.
I'm gonna wait it out and
'Kay.
see what happens. But if it starts turning negative, then I'll pursue.
Just watch what happens. It's David and Goliath. Anyways, yeah. So you'll start to wait it out as Relug will give his plan of attack. He will begin to tell you guys. He will lay out a sort of parchment that he scrounged around from this church with a you can tell that he traced his hand in like that gold paint that he found. And we'll have some kind of lines next to each of the fingers that has a name on each of the 5 lines. So it's obvious that he is illustrating the 5 aristocrats that make up the open hand. He will explain. Let's see, where are these guys? So he will explain. You guys have already met Aerosol Toy, the Maestro of Fine Arts, who is Aerosol Toy. You have already met the Shaper of Fabrication, Arlen Gouger. There are 3 more. That's the guy who almost killed you in the underground training captive camp place thingy.
Wait, what was the first one's name?
Aerosol Toy. A-R-A. Oh, the Shaper of Fabrication is Arlen Gouger. A-R-L-Y-N Gouger. And then the first one, the Maestro of Fine Arts, was the one in the like French aristocrat looking one. That's Aerosol Toy. A-R-A-S-A-L-T-O-Y. And then he will tell you about the other 3. He'll say there's the sower of agriculture, Eli Sinal, which is E-L-I-S-I-N-A-L. Asa, you were entirely right. It was Eli. And then he'll say there's the weaver of textiles, Galib Crone, which is Galib Crohn.
You're saying this too fast, Jaden.
Here. I'll control C.
Per minute, man.
Aerosol Toy is the maestro of what?
The Maestro of Fine Arts, Aerosol Toy.
Okay. And what was the name of the third one?
There's the sower of agriculture, Eli Sinal.
Hey Chase, can you just copy and paste all those names into a DM?
Yeah,
That would be so.
I'm not going to though. I'm just kidding. Let's see.
What was the last one you said?
I'm about to send them in the Terribly Anthology right now.
Thanks.
Think smarter, not harder, gentlemen.
Terribly Anthology.
Kind of focus. I was trying to practice.
This next mythology.
Where'd you get it from?
I got it for Christmas. My sister gave it to me. And a thing. Destroyer of Worlds.
That's cool.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Now it's got heat.
Yeah, it does.
Sorry for the hassle, Chase.
No, you're good. You're good. It's just that I have what's it called? like definitions and like plot points next to all of their names, so I just need to make sure that I'm not sending you guys plot points.
You can share all of it.
No, yeah, no, I could. I definitely could. I just really, the thing is, I don't want to. Okay, he shows you those 5. The Maestro of Fine Arts, Aerosol Toy. The Sower of Agriculture, Eli Sinal. The Weaver of Textiles, Galib Crone. And the Shaper of Fabrication, Arlen Gouger. The Purveyor of Knowledge, Archibald Rascon.
And who are these folks?
These are the 5 members of the Open Hand. They're the 5 aristocrats in Takhar who essentially run Takhar with all the imports, exports, everything that they have. And it is believed that Aerosol Toy, the Maestro of Fine Arts, it is believed that he has taken the rune and put it in a vault, which you can only get to the vault if you have all 5 keys from these 5 of the Open Hand. Yeah, sorry, it's a massive info dump. There's a lot of names, but
No, it's fair.
Wait, forgive me. It is believed that they can what?
it is believed that Aerosol Toy, the Maestro of Fine Arts, has taken the rune of cold and put it into the Open Hands vault that you can only get access to if you have all 5 keys of the 5 members of the Open Hand. And so with that, he will say that he'll kind of give you guys a little rundown. He'll say, I believe that Arlen Gouger should be our last target. He is immensely powerful. He is the strongest physically of the 5. And so we can't beat him hand to hand. We have to beat him mentally. And the best way to do that is if we bring down his constituents and use that as a bargaining chip against him. So he will suggest that you go for Arlen Gouger last, and he'll say the one that we will have the best chance against is Galib Crone, who is the Weaver of Textiles. He's a very tricky man, so we need to be careful around him, but he poses the least threat to us.
Do I recognize any of these names
Yeah,
from my?
yeah. Give me a history check.
15.
You do. The thing is that these names are normally, put out among, like in Takhar, as like, for example, when Galib Crone is the Weaver of Textiles, it's like saying, oh, I got Gucci, I got Prada, I got Galib, like that type of thing. So you see these people as admired by society because they are essentially the 1% in Takhar. They are the rich celebrities. So yeah, you do know these names.
And did I receive any information about the open hand
From them.
them?
Roll me a luck check.
Luck check. Luck check. 15.
Okay, sending you something now.
Okay. Also, this machinery also needs. What is it? the newest episodes that have come out.
No.
So
There's a Mega Man one. Sick. There's also the last one has Helldivers in it. It is so funny.
That's awesome.
They just run around screaming democracy at everything.
Sounds about right.
It's so good.
Which was your favorite episode from this level? The first.
The Dungeons and Dragons one, episode 1 was really good. But I think my favorite one to watch was probably the Pac-Man.
That one was one of my favorites, definitely.
That one made my brain hurt.
Uh,
I have 3 favorites.
Oh, but also Warhammer 40K was also so.
That was another one of my 3 favorites. That one was sick.
Yeah.
Caleb, check your DMs.
And the third one that I loved was the robots who rose up.
Yes. Oh, that one was sick.
That rebellion was freaking sweet.
So good. I want a whole series on that robot.
Right? Oh, they totally could make a whole series about that. And I could totally see that robot like turning evil and everybody else like I don't know. Like they could make a whole story out of that, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I got all the information I need.
Okay.
Carry on.
So, with that, like I say, Relug will tell you guys to go for. He will suggest that you guys go for Golib Crone first, and to save Arlen Gouger for last. But ultimately, the decision is up to you guys.
I think we should start with Arlen Gouger.
Arlen Gouger.
hey, you can go first, Logan.
I rage.
I rage. Well, according to you guys, since you think Arlen is a barbarian, apparently he also rages.
Currently, I'll ask Relug how we find Gallop.
He'll say Golib Crone is the more tricky sly of the bunch, which is why I think he would be the best. Is if we can get him, we take the tricks off the table, and he will be the easiest of the 5 to kill. However, that also means he will be the hardest to track. He'll say that he doesn't fully know. There's a bunch of different places that Golib kind of hangs out in. But yeah. And then, depending on if that's the one you guys want to attack first. You guys want to go for Golib first?
Yeah.
Logan.
Um,
So would he be found as one of the tech status?
Relug will say it's definitely worth an effort to check there, but you can't be sure that's where he is.
What if we just search? Well, maybe we'll find more information there that we can help.
Um,
We could find an office that he works in with some letters and notes or something.
Let's do it. Yeah, on your schedule.
Ledger, calendar.
Relug will say, I believe the best way to do that would possibly be to go to essentially his headquarters of his textile industry and find it, but it will be heavily guarded. Wait.
I believe that is part of the operation. But when necessary, I believe it would be done.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay.
You like slithering around?
Slithering around. Well, thank you. It's because I was thinking of the wrong city.
Well, so it was the Hogsmeade Tavern, and I was like, you're not a Harry Potter fan.
That's Harry Potter?
Yeah, that's Harry
Oh, I've never read or seen or anything with I've never read or seen Harry Potter. So I was like I came up with this on my own. I'm a genius. But okay, well, so now I need to change the tavern in Israel, so that's fun.
But according to my childhood, I do know that there were some secret tunnels on near the Boris Tusk Tavern in the area that might be a good place to start.
Are those the same tunnels that we were using yesterday?
When we escaped from Harlan.
Yes, they're the same tunnels that we went through. Ones that we know as well used by the open hand. Well,
So
We have to beat him and then
I gotta wait. Well, that's why we've got Miak.
yeah, and me Hema.
and me wife. So would you guys like to what's the plan? Would you guys like to try and find ledgers and stuff in his headquarters or enter the secret tunnels near the Boar's Tusk Tavern? Sounds like there's two plans here, and either could work, possibly, potentially.
Which one would require less stealth? Tunnels?
Tunnels.
Let's do that.
Okay. So now that it's bright and early in the morning, you guys will begin to make your way to the Boar's Tusk Tavern. Yes. And you'll see that there is a box of like a few crates out to the alley to the right of the Boar's Tusk Tavern, and like some garbage cans and some things that it looks like an alleyway that would be a great place to hide these tunnels. But on your way to the tavern, Logan, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 13.
Okay. It could be worse. It for sure could be worse. As you're walking there, you will see that there is a wanted poster of your face. Of you. Of Gazgul Thraka.
Can I take very close look at it?
Yeah, go give me. Do you want to like investigate something about it, or do you just want to go stand closer to it? Yeah, it looks like you, but your nose is wrong. No, I'm just kidding. It looks almost 1-to-1 like you. There might be a couple facial features that are kind of off, but it looks exactly like you. It doesn't say your name, but it looks like you.
I'll gingerly remove it from the wall.
Okay, yeah, you remove it.
But I'll tap that.
Study it from that.
If you're going to study it, give it an investigation check.
Very well. Wait, I didn't see it. I'm glad I didn't see it.
I was like, fine by me. Fine by me. As long as you remember before you see the number, that is fine by me.
Oh no.
That's a 6 minus 1.
Oh, okay, that is fine. That is fine because all you needed was a 5. So you will notice on the bottom right hand, like the bottom right corner of the page, there is a golden hand stamped on the bottom.
Is that hand open, by the way?
It is the signature.
So I'll make a note of that, but then I'm just gonna like hold it up to the rest of the group. Just for maybe like.
No, it just says dead or alive.
Okay.
I'm not worth anything to them.
You're right, it doesn't look anything like you. The picture looks so much better.
By the gods. Wait, what?
So the next photo of you is immediately turn around and start walking away.
Wait,
Now,
what?
what is that tunnel?
And then I'll make a note of, we really gotta kill these open head folks.
Maybe we should get to a house. I really
There's
think
something wrong with my head.
He doesn't do the picture justice. As I walk away.
You've walked away like 3 times. Okay, yeah, so you stick the parchment in your pack. Then, so would you guys like to continue to go look for the entrance to the tunnels? Okay, so where would you guys like to go check in reference to the tavern?
cellar doors.
So you want to go inside the tavern?
Are there cellar doors on the outside of the tavern? You know,
There's some alleyways. Yeah, it's like there's some alleyways to the side, but it doesn't seem like there's an outdoor cellar.
okay. I guess we gotta go inside then.
I do think we'll start inside.
Okay. Yeah, so you head inside. Give me I'll say each three of you give me a perception. Perception.
That's very you think that'd be chase? Well, guess what? I also got 17.
2 17s.
I have rolled a nat 1.
Caleb doesn't notice anything. Caleb notices his own 2 shoes.
The wrong tavern.
Yeah, Caleb sees Leeweth again. No, I'm just kidding.
The fixed shadow in the shape of Liwet.
Yeah. So Logan, you will notice yet another wanted poster inside the tavern on one of the job boards.
Oh, you're famous.
Asa, yes, for Gosgul. There's another Gosgul wanted poster. It doesn't say Gosgul, like I said, but you're starting to realize there's one on each job poster or on each job board. Asa, you will see that there isn't quite a way down to the cellar on the inside. There's not really any. The only place that there might be a way back is in the back of the shop, like back where they actually prepare the food and the drinks and everything. But you can't be sure.
Okay. Is there a back entrance to this thing?
You can't tell from where you're at.
Okay. They don't have any help wanted signs, do they?
No, they do not. That's a good question though.
Yeah. Do they seem short-staffed?
Not short-staffed per se, but it seems like this tavern is like a couple runs it and has their child help, like run food and work there. So this is like a family-owned establishment, and they do seem like not overwhelmed, but they do seem like they have their work cut out for them.
Okay. Well, if it's a family establishment, these don't seem like bad people. Can I approach the bar?
Yeah,
Is there a bar?
yeah, there's.
Like the wife or the husband running the bar?
Yeah, the wife is.
Oh, okay. Hello, my dear. Me and my fellow associate, I'm not gonna point to Logan, I'm gonna point to Caleb, because like he has the one Thursday. We are trying to access the tourist system in this area, because we have some notification from the city that there is some paperwork that needs to be done. Is there an entrance that we can access from this establishment? We seem to see that there's an access point in our plans that we can't quite locate it.
Yeah, so you're asking her if there's a way down to the tunnels?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask her straight up.
Yeah.
Can we go down there to work?
She will tell you that she does not know. She's never heard of any secret tunnels. She'll say, if I had known about them, I honest would tell you about them, but I just I simply don't believe they exist.
Okay. Well, do you mind if we go back and look? Would that be too much trouble?
Like the backside. Yeah. She'll say,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, of course. Just she'll hand you some gloves and like a little bandana, and she'll just say, please, just so that we don't contaminate any of the food, please. Um.
Of course. Yeah.
So yeah. So you will put on this bandana and these, kind of like leather gloves. You walk back there and you will see it's essentially as she had explained it. There's crates of foods and some food on ice, like there's some fish on ice and stuff like that. Um,
And is it a wooden floor or is it stone?
it's wooden on the outside, but then in the kitchen it's a stone floor.
It's what? Sorry.
It's a stone floor. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
on in the kitchen.
Okay. While I'm walking around, I'm just going to like stopping around. I'm gonna see if there's anything hollow or any kind of. I'm moving some barrels and seeing if there's any like
Yeah,
trapdoors or anything.
yeah. So
Look back there. And,
yeah, so give me an investigation check in that regard.
um, it is 12. Yeah, 12.
Oh, sorry. I was zoned out. A 12. Yeah, there's you don't see any entrances or anything. Everything seems to be exactly as she had said it. It's just simply a kitchen. Um,
And there's no other areas in this floor except for the main tavern.
yeah. So it's just the stone floor that you just checked in the kitchen, and then in the tavern, the main floor is just all wood, and there's like the floor behind the bar and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I'll walk out and I'll thank the lady. Thank you so much for letting us look at it.
Oh, he's cutting out.
There a little bit more and we'll be out of your hair.
Uh, she'll say, "Yeah, no, of course. I would be remiss if I were not to help the local good doers, as it were. Um, and so she just seems like a very polite lady, who just her main goal is customer service. Um,
I like this lady.
It seems too good to be true. Do you have a dagger in your back pocket?
give yeah, it's like give me an insight.
No, I'm too focused on my poster. I discreetly tug it off the wall.
Okay, yeah, you discreetly tug. Um, so and then Logan and Asa, would you like to exit the tavern now, or do you want to stay inside?
Oh, yeah, I'll do a little more stomping around, checking out the tavern area, and if I don't see anything, I'll head back outside.
Okay.
Maybe go around the building.
Yeah, so you don't notice anything. It seems just like a regular tavern. Caleb, I believe you are outside, correct?
Yes, I'll give her a couple gold for the inconvenience, and I thank you so much.
She will she'll smile and bow relatively deeply and say thank you so much. It's truly appreciated.
The appreciation is all mine.
Um,
Every day.
and she'll before you leave, she will hand you a little thing of rations for your gold. And then
Goes no bounds.
and she'll say please come back at any time.
Oh, what to do? And is this also kind of like a tavern, but also an inn, or is it just a tavern?
It's a tavern, but they're because this family live upstairs in like the upper floor. But you could, if you got like close enough with the family, then they would probably let you stay over. But it's not like rented out like an inn.
Right. That makes sense.
Okay, so you and Logan then, unless Logan has anything else he would like to do in the tavern.
Does this poster look any better?
Like does it look any closer to you? Give me an investigation. Well, no, you don't need to give me an investigation for that. It it looks, yeah, it's the same thing. It looks very 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 similar to you. The parts in the last poster that were off are much more close now, but other parts seem a little further off. It's obvious that the only difference between these two posters is that someone is hand drawing them, and so it's like just mess ups of them actually drawing. But tuck it.
outside, and as you guys are finishing up, you're looking around. I'm gonna pick my head inside and be like, "Everyone, I found something." Speaking to you guys.
Wonderful. I was getting nowhere. Yeah.
Well, I found it really quite easily. So
Oh, my mistake.
Okay, so you all head out.
Look at me wasting time.
You all head out. Okay, so then where do you lead them?
to a hole in the ground.
Okay. Where is said hole? Okay, give me an investigate because you don't see a hole out in the alley. Yeah, you don't see the like hole into the tunnel. So give me an investigation check to look for said hole.
Or are you just saying that you found a small hole and you want to see?
I found a pothole and I want
He wants to romance the alley.
I look at the pothole.
Okay,
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
as you're looking around through this alley, you will find that there's a stack of 3 crates that the like dirt pattern and dust pattern on them don't match the other stuff in the alley. It's clear that these are consistently moved.
Those crates.
Those crates.
and then I'm gonna I'll walk up and push them to the side.
Yeah, you'll find a large like metal manhole covering type of thing. So you have successfully found your hole. Good job. You found your hole. Huh? Not Hogsmeade, Boar's Tusk. Boar's Tusk. Which rhymes with Falcor. Rhymes with Grug.
I'm gonna attempt to lift this manhole cover.
Okay, yeah. Give me an athletics check with advantage.
Disadvantage. 23.
You move it, no problem. This thing is easy. The DC was 3, so you would have had to fail spectacularly. You move this thing, and you see it looks like the same type of excavation job as the tunnels that were in the old Lewethian church that you guys went through. So it looks like these tunnels are connected.
I'll turn to the others. Any volunteers to go first? I'll go.
Okay.
Entrance is right next to the textile place, right?
This is right next to the tavern. This is just out to the alley next to the tavern.
Oh, okay. So how close are we to the textile place that we're trying to get to?
It's not like the other side of town, but this tavern is kind of closer to like the outskirts, like the eastern side of the outskirts, while the textile place is on the northern side of the city.
Okay. Alright. Who said they're going first?
Gazgul. Who's going second? And I was like, you guys can also suggest Relug to go in whatever spot you guys want him to go in. Caleb's going last. Asa, do you want second or third?
I'll do second.
Okay, Relug will go third. So, Gazgul, as you head down, do you have dark vision? Okay, so you see no problem that there is the same type of like cobblestone path type of thing through these tunnels. Only this side of the tunnel it's very dusty. There's a lot of of dust buildup. Like these tunnels hadn't been used in a while, unlike the ones near the church and to the compound. But there are footprints. There are footprints. Once you head down, there's a set of footprints going north, and then there's the tunnel going north and the tunnel going south, and the footprints are going north. I should say they come from the south and head north. Like they don't start from where you guys dropped in. They come from the south and go north.
And the north is Excelton.
Yes.
And that's the direction Logan said they go.
Yes.
Okay, then that's great.
Okay, you guys head north. Um, you just kind of, so would you guys just like to follow these footprints until you reach the end? Okay, so as you follow these footprints,
I would like to do so carefully.
you do so carefully. How do you mean carefully? Like, would you like to just be cautious of your search for traps? Okay. Okay. Okay, perfect. Remind me. Okay. First and foremost, Logan, what is your passive investigation? Just so I can know as you're looking for these traps. 9? Okay, perfect. And that's what Aces is as well. Okay, and then Caleb, you want to be attuning to your knife. Okay, roll me a luck check, Caleb. A 10. So this knife, as I had kind of said originally with this knife, as you're messing with it, you see your hand start to kind of phase in and out of the material plane, until eventually at one point you decide, for no reason at all, to throw your knife as far forward as you can, and you entirely evaporate from the material plane. Just to, and as it flies past their ear, right in front of them, maybe about 5 feet in front of them, you reapparate in front of them at the location of your knife, and you catch it perfectly. You have, yeah, by Leeweth's tits. That man is large. That's what he said. You have successfully attuned to the knife of psychic manipulation. Here is your stat blocks. I'm not gonna read it out. I'll let you read it out to your party members if you would like.
Oh, wow. I'll keep it to myself.
Okay.
How did you do that? How did you do that? I don't know, but it's freaking sick. I just disappeared there and suddenly I was standing here.
Well done. Okay. Yeah, so you're I was like, you're now in front of them. Would you like to stay in front? Okay. Okay. As you guys begin to walk forward, you moved back. Okay. Okay. So then the order is like this: Darnesteth, Gosgul, Relug, Thornry. That's the order now. So as you guys begin to walk forward, you will begin to see that the footprints get a little bit larger in stride. They don't seem to be as 1 2 1 2. They're starting to go 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. They seem rhythmic. Not necessarily that they're skipping. It's just that they're like every now and then they just break their stride to make a longer one.
I just turn around with my.
As you guys begin to, as Gosgol put it, walk carefully, you guys. So I'm assuming you will kind of step over these dry spots in the footprints as well. Um, you continue walking, and as you get to almost the end of this tunnel system, from what Gosgol can see with his dark vision, and anyone else who has dark vision can see, these footsteps begin to for about another 30 feet just have the longer stride in general. It's just one, two. It looks like he's just making as long of strides as possible.
Would it be challenging to match that stride?
Possibly for you, just because your character's a little bit shorter. But for Gosgol, who's taller, not at all.
Can we check if there's traps, or is he just running?
You can yeah, I was like you can check for that stuff. Absolutely, give me an investigation for um.
I will help him.
Okay. Investigation and advantage.
We said that.
Mhm.
Darn staff. I do the staff. Are you good at investigating things?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Could you check if there is some traps here? I feel like, or if this man is just running really fast.
Well, I'll keep an eye out for this.
Okay.
My passive investigation is 13.
So would you like to just keep an eye out, or would you like to actively investigate?
I would actively investigate. Like, I'll be the one who's looking.
Okay. So then give me an active investigation at advantage because you're getting help from Gosgol and Thornbury.
Just give me motivational support.
Giving him a thumbs up. I gotta take this from now. 18. You don't notice any traps here. It looks entirely empty. It just looks like this man is walking sporadically for no reason. But you'll kind of keep a lookout as you walk forward, right? So you'll see at the end of this tunnel, there's like 30 feet until the end of this tunnel. Like there's a wall, and you will see that the footsteps still have that sporadic stride until it just comes to two sets of feet one set of feet right next to each other, as if the person has just come to a standstill and has just stopped.
So either he walked here and then disappeared, or he walked here and then walked backwards in his same footprints all the way out.
Yes, I think it's the latter.
I'm going to take a look around to see if I can notice anything on the walls or the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
If there's like a secret passage.
Yeah, give me an investigation.
Yeah, there are no key bars.
I put key bars. Nope. On the bars. 17.
You notice what seems like a loose stone near the top of the tunnel.
The top. Okay,
Yeah.
I am going to pull this thing.
You try your hardest, but you can't quite reach it. It's a little too high off the ground.
Could it get on my shoulders?
Can I jump and try to push it before I hop on?
Yeah, you can try, and it's still not within reach. Yeah.
Alright, give me a boost.
Yes. I put my hand up and step into it and step onto my shoulders. I'll grab your feet.
Oh, careful now.
It is like maybe 5-ish feet out of reach at this point. You're getting close, but it is.
It was barely out of reach before.
Well, that was with him jumping.
You can do it in the game.
I would like to lift both of them onto my shoulders.
Okay.
There were 3 of us.
Okay. So do you guys want to do the human ladder? Okay. So
I wanted to try the move from the Hit King Eat, where you grab
Oh yeah, and you're, uh, yeah. Which one would you like to do? The human tower or the peak jump? Human trampoline. Okay. Yeah. So.
On down my powerful thighs. Nice jump. Ooh, to this
I'll just get ready to crash on it.
Yeah. You manage to grab the stone, but it seems like this needs to be pushed in.
I'd have to do them. Hey, one more. Oh, a good push.
You jump and you push this stone into the ceiling, and you hear some cogs and a gear start to undo themselves as you hear and a large set of iron bars sits in front of you guys, cutting off your exit from where you just came from.
Oh no. Did anything up front open up?
No, just the bars came down.
Oh no. This isn't good.
And then you will see that or not see, but you'll hear some slow clapping from behind you guys. And then as you turn to look, anyone who has dark vision, you will see a semi about the same size as Thornry, a halfling, in a dark cloak and very basic clothes, and you will see that on his cloak he has one of the what are they called, the cloak clasps, whatever those are called. That is a metal pendant of the open hand. Yeah, it's safe to assume that this is Galib Crone, and with that, Relug will confirm that this is Galib Crone.
I would like to throw a dagger at him.
Okay, go ahead and huh?
I think Caleb can get out.
Yeah. So Logan, go ahead and throw a dagger. Roll to hit.
At the same time, I am also going to throw a dagger, but behind.
Okay, roll to. Well, I guess not roll to hit. Just you throw it. Let's see what Logan gets to roll to hit first.
19?
Okay. As these two daggers fly through the air, fly through the two bars, you will see them stop midair as they have hit a sort of magical barrier outside the iron bars, and he will just kind of almost seem disappointed, and he'll say, "You really thought I wouldn't think of that?"
Wait, so how far away from him is this barrier that he's on?
So the there's you guys 30 feet ish from the wall, and then the barrier or the bars, and then the barrier is just on the other side of the bars. So there's not enough room for you to teleport between the bars and the barrier. And then after the barrier, it's 30 feet till Galib.
So he just said, you don't think I would think of that? Like, condescending bitch?
Pretty much.
Say, emphasis on a little pitch. Yeah, but did you see that throw?
Is this magic wall being created by him, or is it part of the trap?
Give me an Arcana check.
Also, is this a halfling we've met before?
What would that be? An insight check? Give me. Yeah, I'll say either investigation to really look past his hood and everything, or a history to check in the reaches of your mind palace. What'd you get, Asa?
14.
On the Arcana? This barrier is not being created by him, but you don't know where it's being created from.
And I'm gonna walk up to it, the other side of the barrier, and just start seeing if I can initiate conversation.
The bars. Walk to the bars.
Walk to the bars.
What did I say?
To the other side of the barrier. It goes us, bars, barrier.
I would honestly just say imagine that the bars are just a physical, this is what's happening, and then the barrier is laid over the bars to stop exactly that, like magical and physical attacks from getting through the bars. That's how I would describe that. Sorry, Caleb, what'd you get on your roll?
I rolled a 7 at disadvantage because,
You do not know. You can't quite make it up. Logan, you want to try and initiate conversation?
Yeah, so
What would you like to say?
little tip says, "Do you think I wouldn't think of that?" Yeah, but did you see that throw? I'll say, well, we're here now. What can we do for you?
He'll say, there's a very simple solution to all of this. You all give me that trader, and he's pointing to Relug at this point, and he'll say, Relug, all you have to do is tell me where your wife and kids are. We're willing to overlook this and let you both come back to the compound, both live your happy lives that we were providing you. And just because the open hand is so gracious, we'll even let your 3 friends here go, free of charge. All they have to do is get out of my city.
You see, that won't fly for us.
what if I said no?
What'd you say, Logan?
See, that won't fly for us. Relog's our friend.
A shame. I really thought we could all reach an agreement that we were all happy with. And you'll see he kind of he pulls something out of his pocket, and it seems like not the runes that you guys are hunting, but it seems like another magical object.
And I'll say as he's pulling out whatever that is, I'll say, why do you want Relog back? He's just one man.
Simple. The more we can show the people of this city that they listen to us, the better it is for us and our businesses. How are we supposed to do that?
Your people's safety.
Safety is just a construct that everyone makes up. Safety is how well people live and how happy they are. We make people happy. It's simple. Look at who the capital of Lindrel is. Takar. Why do you think that is? Because of us.
Well, once I make it through this cave, you'll wish you had a real construct to keep you from me.
He will say, I apologize, truly, sincerely, but that just simply won't happen. And he will crush the thing in his hand, and then you'll see 2 more stones above you guys slide open as water begins to pour in. Okay, yeah, you. The not the steel gate, the barrier is holding the water back. Yes, yeah, it's holding it back. So you guys are effectively starting to be drowned. Oh no, no. Um, you can't necessarily tell from where you're at without getting back up to the ceiling. It just looks like two of the stones kind of like slid back, and now there's just water pouring in. Hold on. Let me think about this. Because I don't know if you'd be able to. They were about the same as the ones on your, like, at your guys' feet. And the stones themselves look like maybe a Thornreed could fit through. A Gosgul and a Darnasteth, maybe not. There's the 3 walls of the tunnel, and then the barrier in front of you guys between you and the halfling. Oh, and also at this point, the halfling is he's turned around and is starting to walk away. And he'll say, it's never too late. Relux. Let me hold on. Let me see. Let me roll something. Let me roll something here. Let me roll something here. Let me make a roll for this here. Relug seems determined. He's looking around. He's trying to find a solution to all this.
I'm going to investigate more of the walls, floor, ceiling to see if there's any other.
Okay, yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Okay, 19.
You will look around and the stones look like they're like some of them look like they could be broken away. But the problem is that these are the underground tunnels, so you would have to then also tunnel through the ground. And a lot of this, because of how far down you are, could be very, very compact dirt, could be clay, could be stones. You don't know what there is on the way up to the surface.
Molder. Who's got the molder?
Who's got Molder?
Molder. While he's doing that, I want to try to lift the gate.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Roll bad dice. Roll bad dice.
You did that at a good time because if you had waited, if you did that at a good time because if you had waited much later, then it would have been a disadvantage because you would have been fighting the water as well.
Oh, right. Okay. Does I look at Gosgood help me lift this so we can try to lift it together. Is that okay?
If yeah, Gosgul, if you would like to give help, that is okay. Gosgul,
I think he died.
Gosgul. Oh, Gosgul.
Can he hear us?
Oh, Gosgul.
I see him. I see him.
Oh, Gosgul.
Forgive me. I got an invitation to a job interview.
Would you? Thornry is trying to lift the gate. Would you like to help him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thornry, go ahead and give me an athletics check at Advantaggio. And I want you to know that if you fail this, the gate will cast Power Word Kill.
Oh. Okay. Cool. 22.
One less thing to worry.
Huh?
That's a
22? You begin to lift this no problem. The only problem is it seems like the locking mechanism that kept it held above you guys has been triggered, so it can't relock. At least you don't know how it relocks. But you managed to lift this up, yeah. Yeah. So either you or
Have your old weapon?
Yeah.
Let's prop it up underneath.
Okay.
See if that works.
Okay. If you are to do that, I will have you do a luck check, and anything that is, it'll just be like a 50-50. Well, maybe not a 50-50. But if the luck check is low enough, then the rushing water can knock the weapon out from underneath, and you'll just have to redo it. If you were to have someone stand there and hold it, because they can kind of like adjust for the water pushing them, they won't have to do that. It's up to you.
Dominic, we need your help.
Alright, I'll come and help.
Hold this here. Stick this underneath. And then we'll lift the door.
Okay.
And I'll put it in place underneath the gate.
Okay. So you're putting the weapon underneath then. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So that gate is now open, but the magical barrier is still there. At this point, Galib is almost out of the eyesight. He's almost gone. He's like right around the 55-foot away mark, so he's about to be out of dark sight vision.
So how much space is there underneath the gate? Like a good couple feet?
Yeah, I'd say like let's see.
Warhammer.
Yeah. How large is a Warhammer 5e? 3 to 4 feet long. We'll say 4 feet.
4 feet.
Actually, no, because you're a dwarf, we're gonna say 3 feet.
No, no, it's a really giant warhammer.
It's a really big Warhammer.
Really big hammer.
Okay, so there's 3 feet between the floor and the bottom of the gate that is now lifted up.
I am going to go underneath the gate and try and like poke it barrier with my dagger.
Okay.
See if I can like do anything.
Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't necessarily. I mean, you just kind of stab it with your dagger. It's the same thing as when you threw it. Not much happens. It just looks like it's kind of getting stuck in the barrier. It's almost like you're stabbing a body, but every time you bring the dagger out, the flesh like weaves itself back together.
And I like. Did you say it's like a? Would you say it's like gelatin almost?
Kind of. The best way that I could describe it is it feels like a weird version of Gojo's Infinity, where you can't necessarily see it, but the more like the further you get in on an attack, it like slows your dagger down, type of thing. But it's not like where you do that and then it stops your movement and now you can't move your hand back out. It's just like
You just can't penetrate it.
yeah, that's the best way I could describe it.
I don't know what I can do.
At this point, the water is probably up to, I'd say, Thornry's waist, which means probably about Gazgul's knees, maybe Gazgul's inner, like middle of the thighs, type of thing. So it's getting kind of high at this point.
How do we dispel this?
Right. Is there any like spell focus that we can
Give me an investigation check.
I uncanny dodge the water.
11?
There, you believe that there is a bit of a spell focus, but it seems to be near the barrier, and you can't tell whether or not it's beneath, above, to the side, on the other side of the barrier, on this side of the barrier. You just think that there is something near the barrier.
Hey guys, look over here. I think the spell's focused here.
Chase, I want to cast something, and I want you to know if this will work or not.
Okay.
I want to ask you if this will. So I have an ability called Tremor Sense. You gain Tremor Sense, so I'll read what that is. Range of 60 feet. A creature with Tremor Sense is sensitive to vibrations in the ground. It can automatically pinpoint the location of anything that is in contact with the ground. If this magical conduit that's doing the spell is vibrating, I just want to see if I can sense it. If not, then it just won't work.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes, you can sense it. It is above the barrier, buried in the stone. And at this point, Golib Crone is out of eyesight. You guys have lost vision on him. You don't know where he is.
Well, if it's up there, then I'll turn to Thornley. Like, do you think that your hammer could chip away at the earth to get to whatever you're sensing?
Perhaps. I pull out my other Warhammer, and I can try to.
Then I'll like, I'll kind of. How tall is the ceiling, at least where we need to reach?
It's 15 feet above you.
Start throwing your hammer at it.
I'll do two things. Well, let me just make sure I don't have a spell that can. Actually, okay. There's two things
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll jump, try to like jump off the wall and hit the ceiling.
Uh. Okay, sorry. I might have to have you repeat that in just one sec. I'm looking some stuff up.
I'm basically casting Moonblade. I'm casting Featherfall, so like I'm lighter. I don't fall.
Okay. So basically like rocket jumping yourself up and then you have a spell cast so that you don't get the fall damage on the way down.
Yeah, basically. And
Okay.
you just kind of jump off the wall and get a better leap.
Sure. Yeah. So I will say because the um the stone isn't moving, normally you wouldn't have to roll to hit just because it's, but because you are doing a very intricate movement, I will have you roll to hit. I have a DC in my head that you just have to beat.
Plus 6 to hit. 21.
That smashes my DC. So you will break this stone away, and it will reveal a shimmering blue orb. That it looks like the rays of a projector through like smoke. It is projecting this wall in front of you guys.
As I'm falling back towards the water, I will stutter step. Take it down. Then I'll fall.
Take it down.
Then I am going to produce both of my psychic blades
Mm-hmm.
and then throw them up into the hole.
Okay. Throw them into the hole, huh? Anyways, you throw them, and they will. The first one will kind of create a tiny little crack in the orb, which will also in turn begin to cause ripples and tears in the barrier, which means some of the water will start to flood out sporadically at different points. Meaning the water is now stagnant. It's not rising. It's not draining. And then a second dagger will entirely cleave it in half, demolishing this barrier, and the water will flood out. You guys have successfully brought down the barrier. Essentially, yeah. Yeah. Essentially.
Water slide.
Alright, let's chase after him while we've got a chance.
Alright, so you guys are running after him.
There's a water pushing us down the tunnel.
Not really. It was
Slow.
yeah, it's just a straightaway. And it was a pretty small like flood of water. So it's not enough to like push you guys. Okay, so you guys would like to run.
Catch up to this son of a banshee.
Let's get him.
So
Beat him up.
How does he know that we're looking for him in this area?
so you guys are chasing him down.
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, I'll let you guys do your role play here.
Oh yeah, I just asked the question. Just asking how he knew.
But you said it in role play, right? Or were you asking me?
Yes, I did. I did in roleplay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Oh wait, what did you say, Thorgrim?
Oh, how did he know that we would be here and to trap us?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe innkeeper. I don't
Well,
know.
we know that he's down here, so we better catch up and deal with him.
Okay, yeah, I'll run as fast as my little legs will carry me.
Okay, so and as you guys run, you do see he's made a new set of footprints. So
I'll trust them.
okay, I was like, would you like to follow them or no?
No.
Well, that is it is the way out from where you guys came from. So it's either stay where.
Tunnel split or
No, there's really the only one tunnel coming up this way. But there is back near the tavern back near the tavern that you guys were at. There's that kind of three-way point where you can either go back up through where the tavern was or down the hall a little bit more. But as of right now, you would basically just be running exactly back to get up to the tavern. To let you guys peek behind the DM screen a little bit, this is obvious that he made this whole thing just as a trap. This whole tunnel, this whole offshoot does not take you anywhere. There's no more offshoots anywhere. It was just a red herring. Okay, so then you guys start to run back where you came from. It doesn't take long until you see Golib Crone just slowly walking away like you last saw him.
How far away?
He at this point because dark vision is at this point because dark vision is 60 feet, he's about 60 feet away from you guys.
Because I don't have dark vision.
So you don't see him.
I don't see him. You guys relate to me that you guys see me.
One of us will say like, there he is.
Asa, do you have dark vision or no?
I do. I'm a dwarf.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course you do.
Gordon, I can't see in the dark.
Probably 60 feet.
Probably.
I'll just say, what direction is he?
Straight ahead.
Then I'm gonna throw my special dagger as far as I can. Because
Okay.
regular daggers have a range of 60 feet, so I'm assuming that dagger also.
Yeah. Yeah, you're for mechanics sake, your special dagger that I sent you your magical item, it behaves exactly like your regular dagger, just with those extra perks. Yeah. But so roll the hit and everything like that is the same.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attempt to teleport right next to him.
Okay. Roll me the so you're not trying to hit him with the knife, are you?
No, just right, like pretty much like just around him, because I can't see him, so I'm basically just throwing it in front.
Okay.
60 feet, and then hoping I'm next to him. So
Yeah.
I grab.
So I will still have you roll the hit just because you don't know where you're aiming, so there's a possibility that you do still hit him. But I'll say do it at disadvantage because because there's more space around him than there is him actually occupying the space, so it's more likely that you miss.
Okay, well, not one.
Yeah, so okay. So you throw this and it off to the side of him. You teleport right next to him. And at this point he will almost the second that you're next to him, he will draw his rapier on you. So we are now going to go into initiative. Everyone roll thy initiative. I'm going to go to the bathroom because I need to poop, dude. I'm sorry to say that on stream, but like, it's bad.
I need to clip that. Flip that.
Don't clip that.
Flip it.
Chat, don't clip that.
Flip that. Got
Chat, don't clip it. Chat, I swear if you clip that, I'm going to be so pissed.
it. Yeah, fuck that.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Roll y'all's initiative. I'm gonna be right back. Oh, here. Hold on. I'll do this for your chat. What are you doing?
guys think we're gonna win this fight?
Heck yeah.
Heck,
Caleb, how good is your deck, Birdie?
my dex? It's a 19 right now.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I cast Fireball.
I run. I uncanny dodge.
I run. Do you have advantage on dexterity saving throws?
I have.
Like you should.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure. No, I don't have any modifiers.
But what's your dex save?
My dex save is a +7.
I know some characters give advantage on certain saving throws.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at my feeds.
If you're on D&D Beyond, it should just have an A on,
Yeah.
over the number.
I know it usually does. Just seeing if I have anything that.
Eh?
Not talking to you, Mr. Poopy Pants.
Yeah, we're
What?
playing a game right now. Leave us alone.
Can't believe you'd say that to me. You know what? Everyone but Logan loses their magical item.
No.
Yeah, that's what you guys get. No, because actually that's what you guys get. No, actually that's what you guys get.
That's really what you guys get. You all deserve it.
Yeah, actually, you guys deserve that. Sorry. Not my fault. Okay, well, is everyone back, or,
Yeah. Logan is sleeping.
I'm sleeping too, actually.
Asa, wake up. Okay, well, I think we're good to go whenever. Hey, that was a valiant effort. I won't lie. Oh.
You son of a bitch.
I was like, I don't need to yell to
That
wake
was
him up.
so loud.
Okay. Ding. Are we ready to return?
Good.
Okay.
Douchebag's head off.
Darnesteth, what did you get for Initiatavo?
I got. With a log 10.
10. Okay. Gosgul, what did you get? 15. Okay. Thornry. 12.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes this easy. I just gotta take Darnesteth out of second place and put him in last.
I do have a prepared action though.
What?
I told you I was gonna teleport to him and then immediately try to grapple him.
I don't remember the grapple part.
I don't
You
remember
guys
the
hear me say grapple?
I don't remember the grapple part.
Okay, well, if you guys don't remember, I definitely did say I'm going to teleport next to him.
I trust you. I trust you.
I trust you. You said it.
I do trust you. But
I did clip it. Hold up. I did.
oh, okay, well then send me the clip. Send me the clip.
Roll it back.
Is that do you have that clipped because that's when I said I need to
That was Poopy Pants clip.
You're such a You know what? Just cuz that you don't get your prepared action, you nerd.
Don't grapple, dude. Attack him. I'm tired. Go pow. I do. I was looking like yesterday. And I pooped.
That'll do it.
Oh, clip that, clip that.
Okay, I did not catch it whenever I said it.
I'll give you a prepared action cuz I feel like it's not going to work, but
I wasn't expecting it to work.
Darnesteth. Okay, so
6-foot something dragon.
in Initiatava, we start with Darnesteth attempting to grapple.
Right? How big is this kid? Like,
How big is this kid?
how strong is he really? What's his bench press?
That's true. He's probably not very strong, but he's like Princess Leia when it comes to agility.
Like my old man
Baby Princess
that I
Leia.
played.
Okay.
I forgot his name. What was his name?
Hey.
My old man
Asham Natrako, yeah.
Asham the Draco. You just take his shirt off and be the super ripped man.
Let's see.
Not sponsored, not sponsored.
Sponsored. Not sponsored, not sponsored. Agua.
Not the sponsor. You went from a vertical to a horizontal Asa, and on my face, taking up the whole face.
Okay. All right, Caleb.
Sorry.
Roll me a. Sorry. Going back to this, because we had this conversation when Asa was trying to grapple Skibbity and also Toilet. What did we decide? Are we deciding that it's you roll to attack? Or are we deciding that it's a contested strength throw? Whatever we decide here and now is what we decide here and now.
It's still a contested strength roll, but
Yes, it's still it's considered an unarmed attack, but it's not a roll to hit. It's a contested strength. So like the verbiage says it's an attack, but it's not an attack roll. So if there are things that are based on attack rolls, it doesn't count.
Okay. Okay.
Things where like if you attempt to attack another player, it counts because it's technically an unarmed attack.
I think my whole thing is I just don't like the fact that there's an attack roll that you can land without needing to roll to hit. I think that's my whole thing. But
Well, because you're not doing any damage.
yeah, but that's the thing.
Attack someone like in wrestling, like you're gonna attack.
Yeah.
You're gonna grapple.
Okay. Well, in that case, roll me a contested strength throw against my big guy.
Hi, Logan. Ray.
This is just a strength check, just a flat strength check.
no.
That doesn't sound good. Okay. I actually did have faith for you because he got an 11, well, a 12. So you will go to grapple him and he will immediately, he's not going to break out of it, but rather he's just going to, with his rapier drawn on you, is just going to do a quick little sly like fencing like pivot backwards behind you. He does. He really does. So with that, it is now Galib's turn. He is going to attack you, Caleb, with his rapier. That's a nat 1, so that doesn't hit. That's a nat 20, so that does hit. And that is a... Let's see. What's his...
How many taxes does that get? Was he a fighter?
What is he, a fighter?
Does a 26 hit. Okay. So, he will do...
There's no way to prove it.
He's gonna not do he's gonna 2 of his attacks will hit, which are and okay. So then he will do that. Does that half it, or do you just not take the damage? Okay. So do you want me to roll the dice and then just half the damage, or do you want me to just use the attack like it's a normal attack? Like it's not a crit.
Well, I mean, it's basically.
Yeah, but I was like, technically it could be more, because if it's like it, I'm basically just asking what your preference is if you have one.
Just roll the dice and half it.
Okay. I need my D4s. I need my D4s. Oh, sorry. No, I need my D8s. Okay, so I'm going to roll 3D... Well, first I'm going to roll 2D8s for the first attack. And then these are the ones that we're going to have. Okay, so you will take... Let's see. You will take 10 damage from his first attack. And then 15 damage. So you take 25 damage. Okay. Oh, I'm stupid. I did not roll Relug's initiative.
I don't think I'm close enough. I think I want to do reactions. I don't think I'm close enough.
Yeah, you guys are about 60 feet back.
Yeah.
So Caleb's gonna have to hold the line for a little bit here.
Yep, I only got 14 HP now, so you guys better hurry.
It has to be 30 feet away.
I'm trying to get there.
Also, you guys can hold for like me. That's so much easier.
Would be nice.
Get all the way over there.
Let's see, is this one? Yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. Okay. Okay, but with that, he rolled a 14 plus. Where's his? Let's see. Okay, so he got a 17, so it's actually his turn next. Relugs. Okay, so Relug is going to use a legendary action to dash. So he will make the entire 60 feet to you, Caleb. And then he will attack with his halberd. He's going to make 2 attacks. That is a nat 20 and an 18. So he will take both of those will land on Galib.
Heck yeah.
So he will do 3d10. Let's see, where's I just got to dump out all my dice is what I'm starting to realize here. Okay. 3d10. Let me just check if okay. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay, yeah, so he's gonna take all 3 of these. Ooh, low on the dice though. He got a 1, 2, and a 3. So that is 6, 18. Well, yeah, that's why, is because he has 2 attacks, and so I rolled 3 dice. So he does 18 damage to the Galib guy. Let me just check what that leaves Galib's HP to. What did I say? I said 18?
17? What? For what?
17.
For his damage? Oh, 17? Okay.
Oh no, 17 was his initiative. I can't remember what his damage was.
Okay, well it was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it was 18, so he's gonna be at that. Okay, and then this guy is at that many hit points. Okay. Alright. After Relug, it is Gosgul's turn. You are 60 feet away from these 3 who are fighting over here.
I am going to dash over there.
Okay. So you use your action to dash. You dashy dash boy.
And what the heck? I will enter a rage and get all up in his business. Screaming bloody murder. This tiny little imp of a man who barely comes up to my belly button.
Yeah. Okay, so you are raged. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Yeah, no, I'd like to just describe my rage.
Of course, by all means.
Because when I enter a rage, you guys, ethereal forms begin to swirl around me. And these ethereal forms don't really take shape per se, but they have a protective movement around me as well as Garnistan. So, yes.
Nice. Very, very nice. Okay. After that is Thornray. It is your turn.
Ooh. Okay. Logan, have you reached him then?
Yeah, I'm like all up in his business.
Okay. Are you guys flanking him or are you guys on one side?
I didn't specify, so I'm assuming I'm on this side of him.
Are you going on the other side?
Yeah, Relug. I'm gonna assume that Caleb is on like one side. Relug ran to Caleb's side, so the right side, and I'm assuming that Logan probably went to the other side for a pinch. So it's basically Logan and then Relug and Caleb and then Galib.
Okay.
That's the best way I could describe that.
And you're alone in the dark.
And you're alone in the dark.
I'm running. So I'll run. So I'm 30 feet closer. Doesn't matter. It's 60 feet. Actually, is it 30 feet?
It's 60 feet away. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will cast Fairy Fire.
No.
And I'll do it towards the half. I think if I just send the spell, it's a 20-foot cube. So if I send it past everybody,
Mm-hmm.
I can just catch Galib in this spell.
Mm-hmm.
Unless that's why I asked if he was picked.
Logan, you're muted.
If there's
Oh, I think.
Or no, it's a wisdom save, right? See if he
it's
likes
a
it.
dexterity save.
Oh, it's a dex save. Okay.
Liddy spaghetti.
Okay. He has to beat a 14?
Yeah.
Okay. What is his? Okay. He gets a. He gets a 25, and he will also not take any damage because he has evasion.
Damage.
Oh, wait, what was it? I thought it was a.
It's just Fairy Fire. It just
Oh, maybe I heard the word fire and was like.
No, yeah, it's fair. No, it's just to see if you get advantage on him. So,
Oh, okay.
so
Yeah, okay. Well, I kind of already showed my cards a little bit. He has evasion. If he is subjected to an effect that allows him to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, he instead takes no damage if he succeeds on the saving throw, and only half damage if he fails. He can't use this trait if he's incapacitated. No. No, he's not.
no, he's not a rogue. Come on.
No.
Okay, alright.
Stop trying to pick apart my enemies, guys.
So, what I
Walk
will
like
do
rogue, talk like rogue.
Look like rogue. Probably rogue.
I'll do this. My bonus action. I will do Healing Word.
You'll wet your little diaper. Sorry, that was too far.
Hey, whoa.
That was too
I'll
far.
do Healing Word on Caleb,
Okay.
which is 44.
4d4, right?
4d4.
Okay.
So I won't roll quick disadvantage game.
No, you're good. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't getting that wrong.
So you heal 13 points.
Heck yeah!
13 points.
So I'm 30 feet away. So I'm aiming on you guys. But I do all that.
Okay, so Asa is 30 feet away, but he manages to heal Khalib. Not Galib, Khalib. Asa or Thornry, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I don't think there is anything else.
Okay, if that's all you'd like to do, then it is on to Darnasteth.
Heck yeah. Oh.
Rip his head off!
So I am going to attack him twice. So I got one dagger in one hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do like kind of like a cross swipe, and then at the same time I'm gonna summon another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll your hit.
First one is a 21 to hit.
That misses.
And then a nat 20.
Okay, that just out of curiosity, with the plus, how much is that?
27.
Okay, that hits.
Oh dang. So only one of them hits?
Yeah, the nat 20 hits.
Hey. That's great. And also get the sneak attack. Friends are nearby.
Friends.
Yeah, they are. So that'll be 30 plus. Do I double the sneak attack damage too?
Yes, you do.
For crit, yes.
Yes.
30 plus 24.
54. Okay. That's solid. That's solid. 54 is solid, I must say. I must say, Caleb.
What's the base attack for one?
It's psychic? Okay. Let's see, yeah. To the little Nagi. To the little Nagi.
The powerful. I love rogues. Rogues are great.
Okay. Sorry, one more time. 53? 54. Okay. Okay. He will. Is that all you would like to do with your turn, Caleb?
Yes, that is all I can do.
Okay, he will use a legendary action to quick step. So he will move out of your guys' range without provoking an opportunity attack. And as he gets out of your range, you will see he throws a cloak over himself and he's invisible. He's invisible. He throws a cloak over himself and now he's invisible. But with that, it is now Relug's turn. I think Relug is going to hold his action. Gosgul, it is your turn.
I'm going to run over to where he disappeared and listen for footsteps and or watch for noises to see if I can get any indication of where.
Okay. You had.
So it should be noted that I have 40 feet of movement, so I could totally catch up to him, the little son of a banshee.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you dashed to get there the first time, right? Yeah. Okay. So then you only use 30 of your feet to get where you saw him disappear, because he disappeared about 30 feet away. And then you just want to kind of listen. Okay.
Listen and watch, like, did he knock something over as he was going? Or,
Sure.
Or...
Sure. Thornry, it is your turn.
Oh yeah, I have tremor sense.
I was gonna say if you have
Wait,
tremor
do
sense,
I know? Do I see anything right then and there?
Nope.
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna pick a direction, run 5 more feet, and 5 or 10 more feet, and swing my axe wildly in a great sweeping arc.
Okay, give me a disadvantage attack. Nat 20. You hit a rock, cleave the tunnel in two, and cause a rock slide that miraculously kills him.
Ooh, 26?
Is that with disadvantage?
No. 19.
Okay, 19 misses. Uh. Okay, Logan, is that all you'd like to do with your turn? Or sorry, Gazgul?
Well, there's nothing else I can do.
Okay.
Yes.
Thornry, it is now your turn.
Oh, and because I didn't hit anything and I didn't get hit, I lose my range.
Well, no, if you attack something, I think it's fine, right?
I have to hit something.
Okay. We take bleed into something. If it's the air. Exactly.
I have 2 attacks!
Go for it. Also at disadvantage, but go for it.
Lowest is a 20.
Okay, yeah, that's going to miss. Okay, Thornry, your turn.
Is my tremor sense still going? It lasts for 10 minutes.
Then yes, it is still going.
Hell yeah. Excuse my language, guys.
Hey, you know what? Just because of that, your tremor sense isn't going anymore. All right. Don't. Yeah, don't. You know what? Your warhammer evaporates. Lewa took her gift away, saying, "Hell, what the hell, dude? Fuck." No. Yeah, Asa, your tremor sense is still going.
Cool. Do I sense where he is then? Is he still by the group?
Is you said if it's vibrating?
I guess. Yeah, if he's walking.
Yeah, you feel his little vibrator in his. Nope, never mind.
That's kind of a weird.
I don't know. Because I don't know. It does it say specifically if something is yeah. Well, in that moment, like you felt the tremor sense all the way up until he disappeared.
Then I'll do this. Yeah, because that might be good for more roleplay. Like if you're hiding somewhere and you're sensing things around you.
Yeah.
I'll do this.
Inosuke.
I'm gonna cast a spell called a little spell called See Invisibility.
That was really good.
See invisibility.
Yeah.
What character are you that you have access to all of these things?
He's like not you no you are a cleric, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwarf.
I'm a dwarf. Okay, so you're casting see invisibility.
Yeah. That's right.
Do I have to? I don't have to make a save or anything. It's just you see invisibility.
If you're invisible, I see you.
Okay, yeah, you see that he is like approximately 5 feet behind Gosgul.
What's up behind you?
And then with that, unless you have something else you'd like to do, and I will say only you see him, right? See invisibility only works for you.
I can tell them where he is, but I can't.
Okay, even with that, like their attacks would still be at disadvantage because they're going off of your word. They don't know where he's at. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to turn and just face him.
Okay. You turn and face. Are you on D&D Beyond?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's like normally there's a little thing that says like BA. Oh, my AirPod. Stop that.
No. I don't think I will. That's a code for them.
Also, Asa, how long does see invisibility last?
An hour.
And is it concentration?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Okay. Do you like my Jeffrey Dallas look that I got going on here?
Yeah.
It's because I got to scratch my ear.
I do that too with the sounds. All I'll do is I'll close the rest of the 30 feet to get to him, and I'll just kind of like I'll be right next to him, Logan,
Okay.
staring at him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. With that, he will.
Still not seen that movie.
That's really good. Okay, so with that, Darnasteth, it is your turn. Darnasteth, it is your turn. Darnasteth, it is your turn.
So I'm assuming that from context clues from Thornry, I know where.
You know the 5 feet space that he is occupying. You don't know where exactly he's in.
I know exactly where it is.
Yes. So any attack you're going to make on him is at disadvantage.
Then I am going to swing wildly in that 5-foot square.
Okay, roll with disadvantage.
Roll with disadvantage. I don't want to give. 16 for that first.
Okay, 16 misses. That also misses. Okay, both attacks miss. And with that, it is now Galib's turn, and he will leave because I'm assuming you three are. He's behind Logan. I'm assuming Asa and Caleb, you guys walked up to him, so I'm assuming you guys are pinching him.
He's up against the wall, and there's us three fighting him from all sides.
No, he's still like in the middle of the tunnel, but Logan went 5 feet more this way because he has more move than Galib does. So he is 5 feet behind Logan, and then 5 feet behind Galib is you two. And then Relug is 30 feet back there because he's holding his action.
I think what I would have done in my attack is I would have like attacked through that square if I missed. Like I would have put all my effort into swinging, so I think I would have like went through to the other side.
So you're with Logan. So then I just have to ask, do you, because how many feet of movement do you have?
I have 30 feet.
Okay, then you can't necessarily do that because you would have to have 10 feet to move to that other side of the square. You would have to have an extra 10 feet to move from the square that you're on through that square to with Logan. So you're going to be on this side with Asa. Huh? Because no, he walked 30 feet up to where we're at, because that's where, yeah, my guy was with you guys, and then he moved 30 feet this way after disengaging, and then he disappeared.
That's right, and Logan ran up that way.
Yeah, and Logan has 40 feet, so that's why he went an extra 5 feet. Okay, with that, he will get out of this kind of pinch maneuver. He'll just walk out. So all three of you will get a reaction, but only Asa's will be flat. Caleb and Logan, you two will be at disadvantage.
Oh, he's moving again?
Yeah, he's just getting out of the square.
Yeah, so let's see. There's a 24 hit him?
24 does hit him.
Okay, cool. He can't move.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Yeah. I don't see there's a quick step thing.
This cleric is like a one-stop shop for everything.
Yeah.
Seriously, thank Liwet for
Nine damage.
9? Okay. Okay, so he's still in that little pincer maneuver thingy, but he is invisible, and so
I just rolled. Disadvantage 22.
that misses.
No, are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
23?
I
We're only
So Caleb, he is going to swing on you. Uh, what?
Likelihood that we would actually hit someone with armor class of over 23 is probably at a +7.
Caleb, he will attack you, with his probably. Dude, okay, but he rolled a nat 1 and a 3. So that's a 12 and a 14. Or wait. Sorry. No, a 15 and a 17. Okay, so the nat 1 though, it 15 misses cuz it's a nat 1. But then his other one is a 33. Yeah, he's got a plus 14 to hit. Yeah. And he's gonna. He's. Yeah. He is. I did. Okay. And he's also going to use his sneak attack on you, Caleb. Because you sneak attacked him and he's mad about that. Uncanny dodge. Let's see. Okay, so you are gonna uncanny dodge one of these? Okay, I have exactly which. Well, I guess you're gonna which. I guess you're just gonna uncanny dodge the first one. Because there's two that hit you. Okay. So that one, you miss a. You don't take the 15 damage right there, but on this one, he will give you a. Let's see. No. Okay. This is gonna be rough, Caleb. I'm telling you right now. 29 damage. Okay. And he is still invisible, but you guys know where actually no, he does not have invisibility. He lost his invisibility when he attacked Caleb. So it is now. He's actually. You know what? Guys, you know what? He's gonna legendary action and attack Asa.
Guys, I did 54 damage on one hit with one knife.
Okay, Asa. 2 dirty 20s and another nat 1. So do 2 dirty 20s hit? Okay. I will say, Asa, I was looking at your character. I don't think your character has armor. So I think that's something we need to look at. I think your character is naked. Okay. Okay, you will take, Asa, 26 damage. Oh, I will say though, I forgot to mention, this guy is bloodied. After Caleb's sneak attack, this guy is bloodied. I forgot to mention that. Because, I mean, he dropped a freaking 53 bomb nuke on him. But anyways. Okay, after Gallibit is Relug. And Relug actually is going to use his prepared action, so he's going to go basically do 2 turns. He's going to run up and attack with his halberdier. Or he is a halberdier. He's going to attack with his halberd. both of them miss. That sucks a lot. Okay, then he is going to take his actual turn, not his prepared turn, and attack again. And those ones are gonna hit. He's gonna hit a 24 and a nat 20. So he's gonna do, I believe, one of these, and then some of those, and then a little bit of that. No. Is that it? Okay. 8, 6, 27, 31. Okay, he's gonna do 39 damage to Galib. Okay. After Relug, it is Gosgul. Any attacks that you make are no longer at disadvantage.
Finally, I am going to yet again rage.
Rajay!
Also, what was that protection you gave me earlier? 'Cause
It went away as soon as I lost my rage, but that protection comes back. Some incorporeal swirling fingers.
around my bottom. Dude, I'm dying.
That is a 25.
That hits.
Two attacks.
2 attacks. Yeah!
No. Yeah, 23.
23 misses.
Oh, the 24 is the... Oh, man.
Alright. So I rear back with my great axe, and I freaking flail on fuck.
Leave with the head.
Let's see it. That is a grand total of 5 damage.
5 damage.
It was almost a max damage of 12, but or pardon me, 12 plus 2, so it would have been 15. It was like
Okay. After, unless, Gosgul, do you have anything else you'd like to do?
oh, wait. You make an attack roll against a creature, and on a hit, you deal an extra 1 strength bludgeoning. So it's actually 6 damage.
Hell yeah, brother.
And that's it.
Imagine that 1 HP. I go, how'd you like to do this?
I want to chop it in half.
Cleave him down the middle. So you have nothing else you'd like to do, Gosgul?
No, that's it for
Okay. Next up is Thornry.
Cool. I will cast third level Cure Wounds on Caleb.
I think you mean on Oh, you did say Darnesteth. Fuck. Can you what? Damn!
How did you heal him so much?
I got it. Oh, he third leveled it. Okay. I was like, I gotta look at Ace's character because this is some fishy's going on here. Okay. Anything else, Thornry?
I can do one of the. I can't cast 2 spells. That's either the rule, right?
You cannot.
Okay, right.
Cast a spell and a cantrip.
Spell and cantrip. Spell and cantrip.
Oh, can I really do a cantrip? Okay, I'll do
Yeah, you can do a cantrip.
Radiance.
I think the only thing is as long as the cantrip is a bonus action, I believe. Because if the spell, I think the spell is an action. If the cantrip is a bonus action.
That's right. Right. So I can, I'll just pause it there.
Okay.
There's probably something else I can do, but I'm just.
Darnesteth, it is your turn.
I stand up.
Nice. That is half your movement speed.
He's still right in front of me, right?
Yep, he's between you 3.
And I'm going to...
Between you 4. Relug's there.
I'm going to do something similar to a rage, but it's not anything like a rage, and in fact it has
I'm gonna pout.
really mad, and you're gonna see the tattoos on my arms start to like radiate with a light greenish glow.
Okay.
The red tattoos that you can see around the edges, like pulses. I'm freaking pissed. Okay. And then I'm going to summon my 2 psychic daggers. You're gonna see the green kind of like flow into my summon daggers. And then I'm gonna go full rage mode on his ass.
Rage.
That's not good. 18 misses. 15 misses. Next up.
A little too hard, and I whiffed.
Next up is Galib.
Hold up.
Holding. No longer holding. Okay. Galib is going to attack who he now believes is his biggest nuisance. One Thornry. Is it Blessed Foot? Blessed Hand. Thornry Blessed Hand. He's gonna curse that hand, brother. We're gonna go with these 3 dice because I like these 3. Oh, I think he wants to. I really think he wants to. That's a nat 20. On the nat 20.
When a creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself makes an attack roll, you can take a reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay. Then I swear to the high heavens above me, it was another nat 20. It was another nat 20. I swear on the D&D gods. I swear to you right now. I swear on everything that I hold holy. That was another nat 20. And then a dirty 20 and a 29. Okay. He's gonna do the. Okay, that.
I'm dead, guys. It was good knowing you. I'll take care. You are our only healer.
Wait, I will use a reaction.
Okay.
Those little protective figures will sprinkle around Asa, and they will reduce that damage by 7 health.
Okay. Let's see.
I could take the 7 health, or Chase can just minus it from.
Yeah, I'm just gonna minus it from the damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna minus it from the damage.
One of those swirling incorporeal figures kind of gets between you and the attack.
Okay. You said 7 damage, or heal 7 damage, right, Logan?
It prevents 7.
Okay. So the damage drops from 57 to 50. You will take 50 damage. Okay. And with that, Logan, you're still raged, right? Okay, he's gonna use his final legendary action to attack Logan with one more attack. That is a 31. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, that's a 31.
Because his nat 1 score was 15, which is my armor.
Okay.
There's no way he's not hitting me.
Okay, and then he will do 17 damage. It is piercing, which I think you have resistance to.
I do.
So he'll do 8. Right? Yeah, 8. Half of 17 is 8. Okay.
I would go with 9 damage.
Okay, 9 damage. Go for 9. I was thinking it was the other way, where damage is round down, heal is round up, but either way works. After Galib, it is Relug. Relug is gonna see that he's downed both of his teammates and get pissed here. He is going to attack twice. That is a nat 20 and a 15 plus 7. So both of those will hit, and one of them will do double damage. I don't know why I'm rolling so many nat 20s right now. That's a 10, a 4, an 8. 10, 4, 8, 14, 22. Yeah, Relug's doing this to Big Boy. Plus, let's see, 10, 14, 12, 22. He will do 34 damage to Galib. Okay. Oh, I did not. I'm just, guys, I'm messing it all up right now. Galib is looking terrible right now. He looks like he's about to fall. He will use one of his legendary actions to cast. No, that was Galib used his last. Releg has 2 more legendary actions. He will use. He has 3 legendary actions. He will use one. No. He is a royal guard. Nay. Yeah, yeah. That doesn't sound racist at all. So he will cast a. Asa, I'm gonna have you roll this for yourself, but he will cast a third level healing word on you. This is Relag. And he will do one more attack, his final legendary action, on Galib. So you roll that. Oh, that does not work. He misses on his final. Yes. If you have that healing ward. Okay, there you go. But of course, my friend. That's what he says. I was like, that's what he says. I didn't say that. Okay. Let me know once you have that all rolled. Here, I'll roll it for you. Do you know what it is, Asa? Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you were saying that it just physically would not let you roll the dice for that. I was like, I'll roll it for you if that's the case, but okay. After Relug is Gosgol.
I am in my rage. I am going to have 2 reckless attacks.
Okay, go for it.
So first attack advantage. 23, that misses.
Okay.
The next one is also 23. They both miss.
Ooh.
Cry, go home.
And I cry and go home. Okay. Thornry, it's your turn.
Okay.
Wait. Wait. Sorry. Logan. Both of your attacks hit. I forgot that this guy has 2 guidance that I can use, and I want to use them on you. So Relug is gonna give you, Relug's gonna give you a guidance for each of those attacks. So both of them hit with the base 1 of 4. You guys now know exactly what Relug has. He has 3 legendary actions, 2 guidances, and 1 more thing that you guys haven't seen yet. I gave him a 3-2-1 type of thing. So I was like, you guys think I'm gonna give you a freaking Galib over here who's like, you know, without Relug helping you guys out?
Alright. So, I got 5 plus 3 plus 2.
Okay.
10 plus 10 plus 3 plus 2, which is 20.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
25 damage in total.
I think it is very fitting that this Galib Crone is the anagram for Logan Birch that I ask, how do you want to do this? Okay. Yeah, as Gosgol is swinging at this guy, through invisibility and through devastating blows to his teammates and through some of his teammates in and out of consciousness. Gosgul, still standing, brings his axe up, is about to drop it down right on Ghalib's head, and right as he thinks that it's about to go off course and miss, you see Relug throw a throwing knife at it and knock your axe back into course, and it cuts right down the middle, clean through like a warm knife through butter. Ghalib is split in twain, dead on the ground. You have now killed one of the open hand. And we are out of initiative.
I want to inspect his body.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he was a rogue. You inspect his body. What are you looting his body? Okay. Yeah, he has. You find the little finger, of the open hand key that you need. You find a few things of gold, and you find a ring of truth telling. I take it off.
What kind of armor was he wearing? It's just that right?
Yeah, it was leather.
Okay.
He had leather armor, but he also had suave defense.
You know what?
Suave defense. While he is wearing light or no armor and wielding no shield, his AC includes his charisma modifier, which his charisma modifier was like +4, and then he had yeah. So that's why his AC was so high.
That's so annoying.
Okay.
There was only a 15% chance that my hits would hit, and we had disadvantage.
Until he attacked. He had this guy Ghalib. He had one use of invisibility, and I kind of was an idiot and used it, and then was like, no, I want to attack with him again. Why'd I do that? So I was like, well, he just loses his invisibility because I didn't use it correctly. So, but yeah, okay.
That was a good one.
And how much gold did he have on him?
He had 17 gold.
Yeah, if I didn't stop him, he would have just ran, wouldn't he have?
Yeah, he wouldn't have ran. He was gonna get on the other side of Caleb, so that Caleb's sneak attack didn't proc anymore. Cause is that how it works? You have to have teammates on either side. Yeah, yeah. So he was gonna get on like basically the diagonal of you, Caleb, so that you didn't have teammates next to you, so your next attack wouldn't have procced sneak attack. That's what he was gonna do, but then he just nuked you anyways. So. Yeah. Okay, but with that, Relug will pull out that little like piece of paper that he had, and he will cross off the name Ghalib Crone, and then he will look at these remaining 4 names, and he'll say, "I believe the next that would be useful to pursue is either the sower of agriculture, Eli Sinal, or the purveyor of knowledge, Archibald Rascon." This one he's going to leave it up to you guys, because these two are kind of 1-to-1, if you will. You guys want to go for Eli Sinal next? Okay. Eli Sinal? Oh, actually, I'm going to do this, by the way. No, sorry. Archibald Rascon is the purveyor of knowledge. Which, by the way, Ghalib Crone is dead, so I'm going to strike that out in the actual chat so you guys know who's been killed. Yeah. Archibald Rascon is the purveyor of knowledge. Eli Sanal is the sower of agriculture. So which would you guys rather go for? The agriculture guy?
I think we should go for the sword of agriculture. Eli Sinol.
Relug will tell you he's a little bit easier to find than Galib Krone, as the rest of these all will be. Galib Krone is the only one who is rather skittish, for lack of word. Eli Sanal lives on his very large plantation filled with silos and grain farms and that's where we'll find him.
You know how he had that pendant, the open hand pendant on his cloak?
He had part of a key of it.
Oh, is that what the pendant was?
He didn't have a pendant. He had a ring of truth telling. Oh yeah. Sorry, that was just a clasp on his cloak. It was just kind of like a decorative piece. It wasn't necessarily like his part of the key. But you know what, Asa? I like that. That was part of his key, and you guys grabbed it. Good job. Inspiration for you, Asa.
You mentioned that, and I was like, oh, I want to ask about it.
Yeah, no, that's all. Okay, so we will say that you guys. Do you want to go straight to Eli Sanal, or do you want to stop by the church again and rest? Nah, you guys got this. Okay. You stop by the abandoned church, you set up camp, and you rest, and that is where we will leave our session.
Oh, never mind. I want to go straight to that. Oh, no. Cool. That was fun. I like that.
I'm good, I'm glad. Yeah, I was like, I want it to be painful. I want him to be a glass cannon, and glass cannon he was. A glass cannon, like, he did a lot of damage, but he didn't have a lot of health. He was easy to kill once you hit him.
He was an invisible glass cannon.
But as soon as you hit him, he was dead, you know? In fact, actually, to peek behind the DM screen here, I had to double his health because you guys were doing so much. He had 123. Well, let me tell you guys right now. Arlen Gouger, I have spent so much time on. I've looked at all of your characters. I've built this character out to demolish you guys. I'm genuinely like I think it's 50-50 on if you guys will live or die. I don't think I'm gonna TPK you. I don't think I'm gonna TPK because I'm not a big fan of TPKing. But there might be some people who die.
Would be fun though. So have our second Eric.
You know, there's only 3 of us, right? If you just some people die, there would
Well, there's only 3 players for now, but you do have the NPC of Relug, and there's a potential that Ian might be joining us in some time in the near future. So. Yeah. So. And also, while Coolant is in retirement, Broilsack is my NPC. I can put him in if I want. So.
Cool. With that being said, everybody say bye stream.
Buy stream. Wait, let me type it. Wait, let me type it. Wait. Buy stream. Buy stream.